Okay, Assalamualaikum class. Let's continue for today. We have here is the solution for non-homogeneous system of equations. So recall what we have discussed before this. We have three possibilities to solve the non-homogeneous system of equation. Okay, the first one is either the system is consistent and has a unique solution, or the system is inconsistent and has infinitely many solutions, or the third one is the system is consistent and has no solution. Alright, okay, so let's see example. Okay, remember here the non-homogeneous system means you have in the form of Ax equals to p. Alright, where your b, okay, the matrix B is not a zero matrix. Alright, so that is what we call as the non-homogeneous system. Okay, let's look at example. Determine whether the following system of equations are consistent or inconsistent. If consistent, find their solutions. Alright, so we have the first one. Okay, x1 plus 2x2 plus x3 equals to 0, 2x1 plus 5x2 equals to negative 3, 3x1 plus 2x2 plus x3 equals to 2. Alright, so let's solve this question. So firstly, you will write in the form of augmented matrix 1, 2, 1 slash 0. Okay, so 2, 5, 0, negative 3, 3, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so next step is find the leading one. So since here we have already have the leading one, okay, so we will continue with the next step is make your entry below the leading one as 0. Okay, next step it will be R2 is R2 minus 2 R1, and then another one we have R3 is R3 minus 3 R1. Okay, make sure if you want to make it as 0, you will minus with your number. Alright, so you will get now it is 2 minus 2 is 0, 5 minus 4 is 1, 0 minus 2 is negative 2, okay, and then negative 3 minus 0 is negative 3. Continue, 3 minus 3 is 0, 2 minus 6 is negative 4, 1 minus 3 is negative 2, okay, and then 2 minus 0 is 2. And then rewrite 1, 2, 1, 0. Okay, next continue. Check your ladder. Okay, we have the ladder here, 1 here and 1 here. So continue, you will make your value below the leading one is 0. So next step. Alright, to make it as 0, it will be R3. Okay, so R3 plus 4 times with the leading one in that column. So the leading one in the column is row 2. Okay, now you will have it is 0, negative 4 plus 4 is 0, negative 2 minus 8 is negative 10, and 2 minus 12 is also negative 10. Okay, then rewrite 1, 2, 1, 0. Continue, next step is check your ladder. So we have the ladder here, and another one is the next column, the next row, in the next row, negative 10, it should be 1. Alright, so now you can divide by itself. You will have R3 is R3 divided by negative 10, or you can also write as negative 1 over 10 R3. Okay, now you will have the answer is 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, negative 2, negative 3, 1, 2, 1, 0. Okay, now check your ladder. Okay, done. We have the perfect ladder. Now to solve the system, you have to identify your leading variables and free variables. Okay, so let's see what is your leading variables. So the leading variables here will be your x1, x2 and x3. Okay, since the leading one is in your x1, x2 and also x3. Okay, next you will continue with the back substitution. Okay, for back substitution, you will rewrite your matrix in the form of equation starting with the last row. So row 3, it will be x3 equals to 1. Continue with row 2. Your row 2 is x2 minus 2x3 equals to negative 3. And you will write your x2 as the subject since the x2 is the leading one in your matrix. Okay, so it will be x2 is negative 3 plus 2x3. Then you will substitute the value of x3. Okay, and you will get negative 3 plus 2 times 1, and you will get it is negative 1. And next, your R1, it will be x1 plus 2x2 plus x3 equals to 0. And again, write your x1 as the subject. It will be negative 2x2 minus x3. Then don't forget, you have to substitute the value of x2 and x3. So you will get it is negative 2 times negative 1 minus 1, which is equals negative 2 times negative 1 is 2 minus 1, 1. Alright. So now your answer now is x, y, z equals to 1, negative 1 and 1. So this system, we say that it is consistent. Okay, the system is consistent and it has a unique solution.